Hi, welcome to Tokyo Fashion Express. I'm Marie. Today's keywords are motivation and relationship.
In Nippon style, all eyes are on a project geared towards revitalizing a crafty region in Tokyo.
The eastern part of Tokyo is called Higashi Tokyo, and it's been gaining attention of late for its new crop of stylish shops. The area has long been home to small studios producing fashion and lifestyle goods. Now, the local businesses are coming together for a project to breathe new life into the area. The keyword is motivation.
Tokyo's Shitamachi, translated as downtown, is a famous stop for tourists seeking a glimpse of Kaminarimon and Tokyo's Sky Tree. Recently, one web-based project has been shedding new light on the area and its once robust craftsman community. The venture is called Higashi Tokyo Makers Row. It's now in its third year. At the helm is Kira, a producer and promoter of notable fashion campaigns in and around the city.
Shopline streets, or a maker's row in this case, are the definition of activity, with people constantly flowing in and out. And that flow creates human drama. My hope with this project is not only to make and sell products, but also to share the work and lives of the interesting cast of characters in the area.
The wide range of participating companies includes jewelry makers and metal processing factories. Not all are directly involved in fashion. Here's one participant, a local dye factory. With a history of over 100 years, this factory dyes sewn garments in what is known as piece dyeing. Though it has a long tradition, the factory has been quick to adopt digital technology. This computer color matching system achieves desired hues in no time at all. It allows the factory to process apparel orders swiftly and precisely. But the factory's real strength lies in the handiwork of its artisans. They're experts in itajime dyeing, which involves sandwiching folded fabric between two boards before dyeing. Pressure from the boards prevents dye from permeating throughout, creating the intended patterns. This tradition dates all the way back to the 8th century. Controlling pressure manually achieves individualized results that cannot be obtained with printing. This is called gradation dyeing. Dye is applied in sections as garments are shifted from side to side. This creates the seamless color gradation for which the method is named. No machine can create shades as subtle as these. Running the business is third-generation factory head Mitsuharu Uchida.
Until recently, we were more behind the scenes in the apparel industry. My hope is to start bringing our processing techniques out into the open.
The first step in doing so was to create an original company brand. But Uchida was faced with the challenge of defining a clear vision.
Until now, our customers made requests with regards to design and dye color, and our job was to meet those specifications. But now it was up to us to create something from scratch. Going from 0 to 1 was a new challenge.
Uchida turned to Higashi Tokyo Makers Row for help in developing the brand.
In creating products for their factory brand, it was key to first consider what items were simple to make, and also showcased the itajime dyeing techniques. We came up with the accessible banshiki, which can be used as a bandana or wrapping cloth.
This is the brand's first original product. Stylish as a scarf or bandana, it can also be used to wrap objects like a furoshiki. The more simple the item, the more the factory's skills are accentuated. The accessibility of the item leaves a lasting impression of the brand. Their debut product was a hit at the Higashi Tokyo Makers Row pop-up shop held last year.
They were quite popular, and we were able to sell a good number of them. Being able to talk to customers one-on-one and explain the products was great for our staff's motivation as well. When the staff becomes inspired to create better items, it naturally leads to new designs and dye methods. I'm very hopeful about our future.
Higashi Tokyo Makers Row's mission is to provide companies like Uchida's with solutions from an outside perspective. Next, we visit a local printing company. The company is mainly order-based, but has also recently ventured into original products. Their product features kirie, a refined paper-cutting art. A specialist of the craft draws the sketches, which are then printed by the company. Experts in paper and printing, the company can recreate lines less than a single millimeter in width. The artist's exquisite hues are also expressed.
We're creating this product as a company, so naturally there has to be some profit. Our biggest challenge came with procuring ways to sell the item.
The company had confidence in its product, but having never sold original items before, it was lacking in retail experience. Their packaging was a simple box with no lettering or design.
We thought it would be a good idea to provide a package set, allowing customers to experience the craft for themselves. So we discussed creating a starter kit that could be promoted widely.
The Higashi Tokyo Makers Row project team designed a package that would appeal to consumers, giving them a clear idea of what the kit could do.
Customers tell us they have a better understanding of the product, and many say they enjoy the clean new packaging. The value of a product changes according to how it is perceived, and we learned that proper packaging is key to promoting an item. We look forward to sharing these items even more.
Fresh new ideas allow local companies to maximize their superb techniques. This helps to raise the motivation of local makers. Higashi Tokyo Makers Row recently participated in a major trade show to share their activities. Let's join one designer as she prepared for the big event.
This trade show held in January featured 3,000 exhibitors, of which 7 were from Higashi Tokyo Makers Row. The event drew nearly 300,000 visitors. The trade show is an excellent opportunity to win new customers. One participating factory is based in Sumida, Tokyo. Casual leather handbags are made by artisans ranging in age from 20 to 70. Leading the staff is young third-generation company head Misaki Matsumura. She and the team are developing new bags for the show.
The need for bag-making techniques like ours is declining, and I'm hoping to keep it going in some way.
In a world where cheap, mass-produced clothes have become the norm, consumers are less inclined to reach for handcrafted bags. Experts of the craft have felt the hit, and it was time to step up and do something.
When we sat down to discuss what products we could make, we were asked what our company's strength was. And I found myself at a loss. I couldn't come up with an answer right away. We weren't clear on our own strengths.
I thought it was important to draw out what she felt was the company's strong suit, and I asked her to give that notion a thought, and to give consideration to their company's substantial history.
Matsumura's company currently sells casual bags, but back when the company was founded, it specialized in bags for formal occasions. But making such bags requires technique and effort, and demand declined as consumers became more interested in inexpensive products.
We live in a time when formal bags are no longer a priority for many people. But our company's strength lies in the expertise of our craftspeople. My wish was to bring those skills back into the spotlight and start making classic bags again.
With Kita's help, Matsumura rediscovered her company's best assets. The team now looks to create quality bags that are both modern and classic. Darts are added to the gusset in a difficult technique used to give bags their volume. Meanwhile, Matsumura visits a neighbor artisan to procure an essential component for the bag. This is a bamboo shop just minutes from the factory. 15-meter bamboo poles are stored in the yard.
Hello.
Hey,
Bamboo expert Nobuyuki Kobayashi runs this sole wholesale bamboo business. Matsumura, having grown up in the area, has known him since she was a child, but this is their first time discussing business.
it gives me great joy. We're the only bamboo shop left in the Sumida area, and only one of few left in Tokyo as a whole.
I had been hoping to make products with other craftspeople in the area. I knew so little about bamboos initially, and as I became informed about his work, I learned it might cease to exist in 5-10 years. I felt this was also something we had to protect somehow.
Matsumura hopes that using Kobayashi's bamboo will be a step toward preserving local handiwork and artisanship. She has decided to use the bamboo in its original shape and form as bag handles.
From a bamboo about 2 to 3 meters in length, we can only make 2 or 3 handles.
Through trial and error, she and her staff have come up with a product they're happy with. Voila! They've been given a modern makeover with indigo-dyed horsehide, but the formal bag-making techniques are in full effect. The bamboo handles give the bag a warm, homey vibe.
For your mind to be fed. Open your eyes, there's a whole life ahead.
The day of the big event. How will Matsumura's bags be received?
We worked with a local bamboo shop in an effort to revitalize our community. They made the handles.
Her passion for the work comes through in her explanation.
They don't make bags like these anymore. Wow.
I'm so happy you get it.
A buyer for a shop specializing in quality craftwork products is smitten by the bag.
There are so few makers now with the skills to make classic handbags like this. It's beautifully made with a functional design. I think it's a wonderful product.
The bags continue to draw buyers to the booth.
It's a very interesting idea to use bamboo for the handles.
Matsumura appears to be satisfied with the turnout.
It was a terrific experience to be able to share my hope of preserving these classic techniques and to be received so warmly. I learned that no matter how busy you might be on a day-to-day basis, it's important to always be trying new things.
The Higashi Tokyo Makers Row booth displayed products by other local companies as well. All are new items developed for the project. This is a contemporary incense holder. It was developed by a fragrance company and metal processing factory that met through the project. Kira says a highlight of Higashi Tokyo Makers Row is the pairing of companies that results in unexpected and refreshing products.
People in the region are coming together to exchange thoughts and opinions, and that often leads to surprising and wonderful ideas. I look forward to this team growing closer as a community, bringing their manufacturing skills and craftsmanship together to show a side of Tokyo that is altogether new and extremely appealing.
The birth of Higashi Tokyo Makers Row has given way to a new community, and local companies are now motivating each other to take on greater challenges. This area will only be heating up. I'm excited to see what new products come out of this region. One day, they just might surprise the world with something incredible.